Welcome back to Benny's Custom Works, proudly supported by Valvoline and Sparesbox. Don't forget Benny 5 on checkout. This week, we are back on the Pajero Mini. We do have our flares all nicely repaired and painted. I did some of the repairs and then it went to a professional and they fixed it. So now they actually look really pretty and nice and new, and it's pretty exciting to put these on. We are also going to be replacing all of the bumper bar corners. I have 4 of those which were also painted at the same time. So the color match is also going to be spot on. The other thing we're going to do is put chrome bumpers on it, because why not? So that's going to mean recutting the front bar today for the winch hole. The good thing is we're not going to have holes in it for the fog lights anymore. I'm also going to toy with putting the nudge bar back on, just because it's got other chrome on it now. We can tie it all together. But we're going to explore that as the day goes on. So flares are going to go on. We're going to do bar corners and all that sort of bits and pieces as well. So plenty of fun to be had today. Pajero Mini-ing. Let's do it. The old ever trusty work table. It's the best workbench I've ever had. It also works well as a ladder too, believe it or not.
That hole in the wall says different.
I did ride the workbench down the wall once. Don't recommend.
Do you just go straight into that bow, or do you?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Never got into the loop swoop pool.
Did you fail or pass with flying colours at shoelace tying class?
I don't know if there was actually a class back in my day. I think it was just more of a freestyle, choose your own adventure. How'd you go?
Oh, failed miserably.
I can see. Hell. So I don't want the bumper to rust, and this is actually a paint marker, which they call chrome, but it's never chrome. This is one of those, like, you know, you get those stupid Facebook sponsored ads and you think it's a scam?
Yes.
Well, I decided to buy some of these paint pens, and I mean, they work okay, but they're definitely, you can't get chrome in paint. I'm sorry, it's not a thing. But for what I'm doing with it, it's gonna stop the bumper rusting. Now that I've coloured all of that in, I've forgot that I didn't remove the red pen. So I'm going to take the red pen off and then do it all again. So we're about to put the front flares on, and I do need some washers to basically pack out a couple of the holes because they're designed as a through hole. I actually had these carbon fiber discs from making a gauge fascia, so all I've done is just put a bolt through the middle of them and made the diameter a little bit smaller. They're going to be super strong. It's actually 2mm carbon fiber sheet, which is definitely going to be more than what we need for this job. So yeah, just another case of being able to use what you got lying around, and yeah, I felt they'd be too good to throw out. And now they come in handy only a few days later after making them, instead of normally storing stuff for 19 years, throwing it out and then needing it a week later, which never happens. So I don't know how I feel. I feel like it might be too much.
Yeah, maybe just because of the bright red.
I think I'll put the flares on and then I'll refit them and make another evaluation. Just don't want to sit face down and scratch the guts out of it. I do like that this isn't black too, because I wanted to get like the silver grey colour because it's a bit more subtle. Snip. I can't believe that a Land Cruiser flare is the same length as a Pajero Mini flare. Like, that doesn't make any sense. They're a winner.
Is this the start of your carbon rampage?
Took my scooter down the dairy. I had a stack of these little brackets made locally. A guy named Ricky's just plasma cut them for me. Basically, I only got one of these with the flare because these were secondhand, which I didn't actually realize at the time. But these basically mount from the bottom side and then they go up into the guard liner, which retains the flare. And it hopefully should mean that we can tweak this angle a little bit to actually preload it and keep good tension on the flare onto the body. I mean, it's actually sitting really well just having these 2 bolts in it anyway. So I'm hoping that by the time we get these other 3 brackets, there's 3 placed in this sort of area, that'll locate it pretty neatly. So just got to bend them up now. I'm just going to bend them roughly to what this bracket is, but I did have a look already on this. They must change angles per location. They're not obviously a consistent angle on these brackets. So we'll get them in the ballpark and then sight them up and see what we can come up with. But should be sweet. Fully looks like a Toyota Prado now, eh? You guys have probably seen me unpacking this stuff all day because we've been using it all over the flares. It's actually a genuine Toyota part and it is designed for this exact job. So this really has two main jobs, is to just basically fill the gap between the flare and the body because it's never 100%. But the other thing it does stop also is the flare itself chafing and rubbing through the paint and causing rust issues. It's pretty hard to come by in my experience trying to buy it aftermarket. I managed to find a part number somewhere through Googling and also finding in the grey. I didn't want black on this particular car just because it's going to be a bit too sort of aggressive in the look of it. Like the grey on the silver, it blends in quite well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that's tied together. But yeah, it is also available from Toyota in black, but unfortunately I don't have that part number. But for anyone that wants the grey one, this is the stuff to check out. Well, that's another episode of the Pajero done and dusted. The thing looks a lot neater now. I've definitely lifted it visually. It's definitely looking a lot better than it was. It has been a little bit sad, but yeah, tidying it up, I'm really stoked with the outcome. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.